Guys, what is up? It's Alan here playing some Battlefield 3 and we're playing Team Deathmatch on Noshima Canals, and I'm using the M240B with a red dot sight. Bipod at this moment, but I changed it to a foregrip later and extended mags, and this is a beast of a weapon. Now guys, I'm starting a new series in a way, in this way I'm going to be using weapons and classes that, aren't in my a comfortable setup, I suppose. The way in my comfort zone. That's what I'm looking for, because I just want to try and like use other classes, and I always just end up using the same kind of class and the same weapons. So this was a perfect example I thought I'd use, because I never use the support class anymore. The recoil is just too much for me to handle, especially when aiming down sight. So I figured, why not try the M240B, which is like one of the highest recoiling guns, which will get me to use it differently. I tried to use the bipod, guys, but I couldn't get used to it. It wouldn't work properly for me. Like every time I tried to get it to like, stick down, it wouldn't do, and I'd end up getting killed. So I switched out to the foregrip. Because anyway, I was just running around hip firing anyway. And you might say, why didn't you switch to the laser sight? And the reason for that was because I like the extended mags. It means you don't have to worry about reloading pretty much at all, because you die before you need to reload. So, but anyway, as you can see, guys, this is a beast of a weapon. Like I was clearly getting so many kills, and the reason for this is because obviously the extended mags really help out the class, because of course you don't have to worry about reloading, which means you can just like spray bullets everywhere, and like where you don't have to worry too much about precision. And the light machine guns like these, they put down heavy suppression. Like I have squad explosives on for the my perk, if you will, so it doesn't really help the suppression, but these weapons already come with like major suppression. So um, like when you're holding down the fire button, like it's really going to disorient your enemy anyway and throw them off their edge, which is really handy, because like when you're using assault rifles and other like shotguns and snipers and stuff, it'll be a bit more precision, especially with the snipers and shotguns. But with assault rifles, not so much. But you have to be more precise than with these. With these, you can just spray at close range and you'll just do the damage. The one thing I can't do really properly is aim down sights with them. So it doesn't really matter what scope you put on this. Like I put the red dot sight on because I was intending to use it with the bipod and just like kill people at close or medium range. As it is team deathmatch, you're not going to get much long range in this kind of gameplay. But either way, the bipod wasn't working for me, so I switched it out. But generally, this was a perfect example of a class that was out of my setup or out of my comfort zone, and yet I still do really well because I get a score of 44 kills to 20 deaths. I know it's a lot of deaths, but I get a lot of kills as well, and that's why this gun is just so good. And especially from hip fire, because the recoil you don't really notice, because like the gun doesn't really jump too much around, and it's so much easier to keep your aimer on. So that's pretty much what I did in this game, and hopefully, I mean, I don't mind if you guys comment and leave suggestions about like classes you'd want to see, and I'd try that out. But like, it probably wouldn't work out too well for a while. Like, I mean, all games wouldn't turn out like this, of course, but I just got lucky, I guess, and it was, I don't know, I was just in the mood. But I'll try and do a series like this every week or two, depending on like my schedule, because I'm not always free to do that. But this episode turned out pretty well, and I'm really happy with how it went. So hopefully, I'll be able to do stuff like this more. Like here, I got a really good, a nice triple kill. And usually I'm not successful when I come up behind guys and I just start spraying. But I actually took out the guy looking at me first. Like I was aiming at someone else, and then I took him out first, and then I took out the rest because they didn't see me. And like it would help to have like a suppressor or something for situations like that. But again, you'd have to switch out the extended mags, and that's really not good. Because while 100 bullets in this magazine would still be pretty useful, 200 is just, well, nearly 200. It's 180, I think, but even that, like, I mean, you're not going to run out of bullets. You could take out like a whole like squad of 6 or 7 enemies, and you'd still probably have bullets to spare, if you're accurate enough with that. Like, so I mean, it just goes to show how good it is, you know. And you wouldn't have to switch to your sidearm much. I don't switch to my sidearm at all through this video, but I do have the Rex equipped, because that is probably at the moment my favorite sidearm. It's very powerful and more. It's not. I don't know if it's more accurate than the Rex, but I can use it better, and it's a slightly quicker firing rate as well, which of course is always good. Like I like the Magnum as well, but it's just not as good for me. I just can't use it as well as I would like, especially with the slow firing rate. Like I mean, if I miss my first shot, which I usually do, I'm kind of screwed. So it's just nice to have a good little backup like that. But there we go. That's pretty much the end of the game, and as the score will show in a second, that I got there we go, 44 kills to 20 deaths. So I'll leave you there, guys, and I hope you like the gameplay.